Makes it a 2-point game.
Oh, here's the mismatch right here.
Now it's Luka. Deep three over 4. Luka Magic.
Against Orlando the other night.
He went 13 for 16 the other night. What a pass. And how about that dime?
The Mavericks are defending well against a very good offensive time.
Luka splits a double team. Makes the pass, but takes matters into his own hands with a slam dunk.
Luka getting in the lane, splitting the defense. Little fake pass to the corner. Murray bites on it. Misses to pull up. There's Dorian again.
Oh, what a pass! What a pass from Luka! Dang.
Tom Brady would be jealous as Luka finds Dorian Finney-Smith. That was perfect.
Oh my goodness!
Talk about on a dime, not an easy pass.
And Thompson and Durant and all those guys, if they're smart, as Finney-Smith dunked another one.
And what a no-look pass by Luka Doncic. Doncic step back three, high arcing shot, he banks it in. Oh, Luka Doncic, such a clutch three-pointer. 25, that's his third three-pointer. It was defended well. Williams right there in his face.
He's a special offensive talent, though. The size, the passing, the finishing ability.
Since January 1st, 10th in the league, 1.7 blocks per game. And then the German Shepherd guards the yard on one end and got the bone at the other.
It looks bleak right now.
Luka from Jackson, lane open. Oh, and at the last minute, he opts for the pass. And Powell.
He used his right hand, it's a block.
Yep. There's a chance for a tie game. Warren closes out.
Nice pass.
Inside, Luka up top. Luka slam dunk.
That's a nice find by a big guy. That's authority.
Valentine's
Yes,
Day.
it is.
Well, bring your basketball-loving sweetheart to Chicago. Doncic takes it in high off the glass. That will drop in there and give him 12.
Yeah, I love the pace that he plays at because he plays at his own. He plays at his own pace. Look at this. Down goes Ariza, gets by him. The shot blocker will rotate.
Biombo loses it.
That's a tough place for him.
Luka up ahead, fantastic pass. That is dropping a dime as the long distance pass.
Well, Luka third in the
Kennard, a 40% three-point shooter.
Oh.
Behind the back. Oh.
Can you all hear me now? Yeah. Let's see. Can anyone hear me? Not a good way to start off a stream, I guess.
Tell them they can have their jersey for $200. It's signed.
Yeah, Sammy, $200 and you can have the jersey. It's signed by Taylor Hall, and I believe the 2000. What would that be? 2010 Memorial Cup, MasterCard Memorial Cup champions, or whatever you want to call it. All good. All right, so you guys can hear me. All right. So sorry about that with the technical difficulties. We got that all sorted out. rather get it sorted out now. Also, because no one can hear me, now I got to re-say this. Everyone, please welcome Jordan Kashera. Jordan Kashera to the stream. Jordan Kashera is the absolute man. He was actually the best man at a wedding, so he's a good guy. I believe this is his first time watching, so welcome to the show, Jordan. Also, everyone leave a comment down below in the comment section. Let Jordan know why he should likely not be a Toronto Maple Leafs fan anymore. I know that he's had a few heartbreaks in his life, but it is what it is. Toronto sports fan, other than if you're a Raptors fan, it's difficult. And Jordan is exactly that. He's a Toronto Maple Leafs fan, so, you know, just... I mean, if you want to do the opposite, show him some love, right? Show Jordan some love. Second question. We got some candy here today. We want to know what your favorite candy is. We got these Coca-Cola candies. Not sure if anyone can see. Coca-Cola candies, as well as sour watermelon. Let us know your favorite candy down below. If you do that, maybe we'll send you some sports cards for the best candy comment. Probably not. So yeah, just slowly but surely waiting for some people to come on in. Let's see. Smash that like button. Yes, thank you so much, Les Alex. I know that my line is, you know, smash the like button really does help us out with YouTube's algorithm. But as Les Alex can attest, that can't be more true. Like, it really does help when you all hit the like button. You know, and honestly, I don't think it's asking too much, right? We provide the content. You sit back and relax and, you know, scratch my back, you scratch your back. So, Toronto Maple Leafs will win the playoffs next year, no cap. I don't know about that, Sammy. And also, everyone give a special shout out to Sammy Russo. Sammy is one of the amazingly big-hearted kids that I know. Well, you know, I always call him a kid. I shouldn't call him a kid. He's 19 years old. But Sammy used to every single week come out to floor hockey. And if you want someone in your corner, if you want someone banging their stick, giving you awesome saucer passes from day one, Sammy's the man. So shout out to you, Sammy. Someone said, I like ho-hos. Is that a candy? Is that like an American candy? I think that's what you're referring to. I don't really know. Oh, and Sammy's 20, so happy birthday to you, Sammy.
This is the only ho-ho I know right here.
Yeah, I know the Pokemon ho-ho, right? And I guess Mitch does too. Alrighty, guys. So there's something that I wanted to talk about. NBA playoffs are starting. If you guys have Donovan Mitchell Prism base card or Prism Silver or Prism anything, Donovan Mitchell, congratulations to you. Because, wow, Donovan Mitchell, 57 points, absolutely went off. Oh, and Mitch is moving my camera now. But, you know, at the end of the day, that happens. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not on camera, so that's fine. But, Donovan Mitchell. Cards going to win the division now that we're back and running. So that was a question asked by Les Alex referring to the St. Louis Cardinals. Well, I can tell you this. Boy, oh boy, does it ever feel good to be back. And boy, oh boy, does it ever feel damn good to beat the Chicago Cubs. I hate the Chicago Cubs.
So Les Alex will bring him on.
Oh, man, Les Alex, we love you here at Red Cape Sports, man. You're the real man. Although, I'm not sure if you saw, Mitch, Les Alex needs to watch out. He's going to lose his job. He's going to lose his job. Have you seen his daughter? Les Alex's daughter, dude, she's like opening up packs and stuff now. It's the cutest little thing.
Does she can't though. She can't use an X-Acto at a young age.
No, she doesn't even have to use an X-Acto. She knows how to open them. So I can't wait, dude. Dude, she's gonna open up a pack of Upper Deck. She's gonna pull in Alexi Lafreniere, and she's gonna be a stud. So shout out to you.
How about Donovan Mitchell?
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell. To get back to Donovan Mitchell.
He's got a great name. Great name.
Great name, not because of the Mitchell. I like the Donovan portion of it for sure.
Oh, I like the Mitchell.
But it's weird too,
Dude,
because
I like the Mitchell. Dude, the Mitchell, it's a good name.
No, it's really weird, Donovan Mitchell, because he was actually originally drafted by the Denver Nuggets, and then now he lost to the Nuggets. A great overtime game. Can't get much better than that for the first game of NBA playoffs. And again, guys, check out our previous videos here at Red Cape Sports, because it's almost mind-boggling. Like, again, we're not telling you to buy these cards, but what we're saying is we're identifying good buys, hoping that, you know, if you do purchase them, of course, never put money that you can't afford to lose. That's how you should invest, at least in my opinion. But regardless, I made a top 5 NBA video of cards to pick up before playoffs. Donovan Mitchell absolutely went off 57 points. And Jamal Murray went off for, I believe, 38, something like that. Not too shabby, not too shabby. And I also mentioned Kristaps Porzingis. He is healthy. He is playing tonight, and I think it's going to be a Batman-Robin combo. KP to Luka or Luka to KP. Really doesn't even matter. Trey Burke's starting to play well too. So that's going to be an interesting game. I know a lot of people seem to think that the Clippers just have too much firepower for the Lakers. I don't know about that, guys. I don't know about that. There's something to be said about LeBron James playoff mode. I mean, LeBron James mode is already LeBron James mode, but LeBron James playoff mode, oh my goodness, is that ever something? So yeah, there it is. I am taking the LA Lakers and Anthony Davis to go to the bank to show exactly why they did not need Lonzo Ball on their team, to show why, I'm a Buckeye fan, but they didn't really need D'Angelo Russell either. So yeah, you got to go with the Lakers. Pardon me. That cough was COVID-free, by the way. Blue Jays are going to win the World Series this year. That is a lie. That is a lie. Sammy's lying in the comments section. The Blue Jays are not going to win the World Series. I'm not going to tell you who's going to win the World Series because that would just ruin all the fun. So if you want to know who's going to win the World Series, watch the World Series and you'll find out. But I'm not going to tell you who's going to win because that would just give all the fun away. But it's not going to be the Toronto Blue Jays. Sorry about that. I've got an impeccable BGS Donovan Mitchell rookie card auto. Should I move it? No. This is game 1. The fact, Shamrock, that game 1 went in overtime.
Shamrock.
Yeah, I mean, we love Shamrock too.
We need to give Shamrock a giveaway. This is the Shamrock.
Yeah, Shamrock's great. I mean, I'll give you a Lance Stevenson card because I know that he's your favorite player. So, Shamrock, message me. We'll send you out some kind of Lance Stevenson.
Shamrock is a lucky charm.
Shamrock is a lucky charm. So, dang, we love Shamrock. But anyway, to get back to that, what was I saying there? No, I wouldn't sell that. It's only game 1. And obviously the game was a high, but they're nowhere near to losing yet, right? And it's weird because it's just the start of the week, but all it takes is for them to win 1, and then if you list on a Sunday again, you're gonna have a bunch of people. So I would if you're going to sell your card soon, Shamrock, I would hopefully wait that they can win a game or two, and then list on a Sunday. And then that way, Sunday through Sunday, you'll just kind of basically maximize your profits. That's what I would do because I do think that the Denver Nuggets are going to win this series. But again, it depends on how long you want to hold the card and everything else like that. But that's my advice. What's your thought on getting LeBron James E-Topps foil rookie card? Got to be honest. And this is another topic, and maybe the Mitch Cam will come on this because I know that we both get heated. There's just too many basketball cards and too many variations. You got Prism, you got Select, you got NBA Hoops, you got Mosaic, you got so many different stuff. So when you say honestly, I feel like I'm pretty well rounded within the sports card industry and the hobby. But when you say E-Topps foil rookie card,
I love the City Heights card.
Yeah, on the top of my head that, I don't really know that card. So. But with that being said, I won't sell any LeBron James cards yet. It's not to say that I won't sell them this playoffs, but LeBron hasn't even played yet in these playoffs, right?
He might play another 5 years.
Yeah. So who knows? I mean, it's so difficult. When people say, "Oh, I have this card. Should I buy it? Should I sell it? Should I whatever?" And it's I don't know your strategy. I don't know. I don't know if you have kids to provide for. I don't know if you have. So it's such a vague question, right? And I'm not trying to dodge a bullet here. I'm genuinely trying to help you make the best informed decision, but I feel like it's one of those math questions where you need to do the first part in order to get the second part right. I just can't help you with that. Can't help you. What else do we got here? Loves Lance Stevenson. Boo. New York Rangers. Toronto Maple Leafs are better. To see that hurts because at the end of the day, both teams got knocked out at the same time. Both teams, I believe, had 81 points. But one team's getting Alexi Lafreniere. So joke's on you, Sammy. Okay? We got Alexi Lafreniere. You got I mean, contracts that you're paying out of the wazoo. So, hey, you can say what you want, but I mean, I was alive to see the New York Rangers at least make it out of the first round of playoffs. Okay, so, jeez. Who would you sail is a better question. Who would I sail or sell? Who would I sell? I'm not quite sure on that one, Rick. Wasn't E-Tops a short print? So that might help, right? Like if E-Tops is a short print, obviously it, typically speaking, will sell better. But like I said, like there's just so many variations, and I specifically have not had the time to look into that particular card. That's what I was trying to say. Oh yes, literally an hour ago, because you guys can see I'm literally wearing the exact same stuff, and this box should be in here. We just recorded a top 5 episode. It was the top 5 sports cards that I'm investing into. I believe it's up on the screen now. So after this, or maybe even now, and then come back later, doesn't matter. But definitely check it out. I feel like there's a few picks in there that Les Alex is gonna like. A few people that he's a fan of, specifically a pitcher. Okay, there is a pitcher in there, and that's basically all I'll say. But yeah, definitely check out that video. Let's see. Les Alex, that one hurts. Carlson isn't looking so hot because at the end of the day, my fantasy baseball team, I gave him a shot, double headers, trying to get a few more points, and Dylan Carlson, not seeing the ball so well, but I guess that's what happens when you're off for like 2 weeks. But don't worry, still my pick to win NL Rookie of the Year. I can see it happening. Some might say Peterson from the New York Mets, but we'll see. At the end of the day, I just love beating the Cubs. And prior to today, Les, this is a true fact, so I'm just spitting out facts here. The Chicago Cubs had 11 games on hand. So they've played 11 games more than the St. Louis Cardinals, but they're only up 3.5 games. Meanwhile, they're like the best team in baseball. So, hey, all I got to say is, we win 2 today, we win 1 tomorrow, and what's that looking like? Like, literally, right? What's that looking like? I'm just not a fan of the Chicago Cubs. I'm not. Okay, I'm not. I'm maybe a fan of Rizzo. I think he plays the game well. But at the end of the day, people are like, oh, Rizzo's so good. People hate him. He keeps getting plunked by the ball. Well, don't stand on the plate. Like, it's ridiculous to me. They keep saying, what's that quote? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Well, if you want a healthy first baseman, tell him not to stand on the plate. Because as a pitcher, Mitch will tell you too, we're going to hit you. Like, we just are. But, then, of course, you face the issues of pitching to top-tier hitters with runners on, and that's never fun. Will the Toronto Raptors go back-to-back champs this year? No. No, they will not. The Toronto Raptors are going to have a very, very difficult time. Losing Kawhi was such a big piece. Losing Jeremy Lin. What a big piece. No, I'm just kidding. I can't even act on that one. But no, Sammy, I think the Raptors are going to turn some heads. I think they're going to do some work with Brooklyn. They're going to sweep their way through that series more than likely. But the reality is, like, are they better than Boston? Honestly, I think they're better than Boston. Had they had Ben Simmons, I don't think Boston would even win that series. I don't think they get by Milwaukee this year. Straight up. I don't think they get by Milwaukee. I think Miami's a sneaky good team. And regardless, whether it be the Mavs, whether it be the Clippers, whether it be even the Nuggets, I think are better. I think the Rockets are better than the Raptors. And definitely the Lakers. I just can't see the Toronto Raptors winning at all. I think that would be wonderful for the city of Toronto to experience back-to-back championships. My goodness. But man, losing Kawhi is a pretty big piece. Pretty big piece of that puzzle. But again, I wouldn't be surprised if they accomplished it. Nick Nurse is a phenomenal coach. Absolutely got robbed for Coach of the Year, but that's another topic on another day. I love Lance so much that I bought a National Treasure RPA 5 out of 5 BGS Pop 1. Shamrock, good for you, man. If there's ever such thing as like the world's greatest PC card, I think you own it. The fact that it's a 1 out of 1, dude, like, good for you. Like, honestly, I genuinely mean that. I have a few Brett Howden cards in my PC. No one knows who that is, but I do. That's all that matters, right? That's all that matters. Les Alex says that the St. Louis Cardinals are only 2.5 games back. So take that, go Labs. Man, guys, you know how difficult it is to be like really, really good friends with brothers, okay? These guys are brothers and they're Cubs fans. It's disgusting. It's mind-blowing. Like, the Cardinals will lose like a game in the 16th inning and they'll be like, haha, Cardinals suck. Well, like, no, that's not, I don't know. It's frustrating. And I love you guys, Justin and Aaron. You guys are great, but man, like these guys are nuts. Like, when the Chicago Cubs win, they literally like, and I love the dedication, but like they'll literally cut a W into their grass and they fly the W. And I'm like, well, that's clever, but you can't really fly something when it's in your grass. So, you know, I feel like the whole city of Chicago shares one single brain cell. But, you know, Donovan Mitchell went off. Yes, he did. Thank you for that, gaming god LJ Jackson. You're the man. I need the logo man Lance, but I can't find it. My best friend's mom is a Cubs fan. Luckily, his dad taught him right. Yeah, for sure, man. This is frustrating, right? Like, also, Les, definitely take your time and enjoy this Cubs Cardinal series. I know I'm going over to my friend's house tomorrow night to watch the finale of it, but the reality is the series, I believe with the Reds, that one's going to get postponed on Wednesday. They just had a breakout as well, and it's like the Cardinals can't catch any luck, man. Like, I don't know. Like, what do you guys think? Like, I have this one guy on Facebook, you know, I'll call him my friend, okay? And obviously he doesn't watch this. And even if he does, probably knows who he is. His name is Jamie, okay? I'll say that. His name is Jamie. But regardless, Jamie goes out and he's like, oh, you know, like, he thinks the pandemic's not a thing. And I mean, whether or not it is, but the reality is, like, you still got to be careful with baseball. Like, you can't really play baseball games while guys are literally testing positive for COVID, because that's a terrible idea. But anyway, the point I'm getting at, he's like, oh, you know, these players must love, and he was serious. He was like, these players must love playing, you know, 55 games within 45 days. And I'm like, not if you're a pitcher, man. Like, Mitch played college baseball, and it's like, don't get me wrong, that's the reality of it, but you don't love it. Like, you can love the game, but you don't love it. Like, I guarantee you, LeBron James absolutely does not want to play 50 basketball games within 50 days. And that's even one a day. Like, the Cardinals got to play 11 doubleheaders. And yeah, there's 7-inning games, but like, there's just the reality of, like, that's a lot of games. And so a doubleheader, right? So your bullpen, like, you're just breezing through your bullpen. But what's going to happen is, if you pitch the day before the doubleheader, okay, you might pitch game 1, but you're guaranteed not going to be ready for game 2 or the next day. And when you only have a 28-man roster, like, I don't know, that's going to be difficult. I think if you're like a fantasy sports player, you might want to stack up on like guys playing against the Cardinals bullpen, or like bet the over, bet the second half over, right? Like, our bullpen is gonna struggle. But in terms of how that directly impacts sports card investing, I don't think it has that too much of an impact, to be honest. I heard everyone wants MLB to be canceled because of COVID. They should have the MLB season next year. Sammy, buddy, I don't think that's that bad of an idea. But the reality is the season has already started. So it's a bit difficult to pull that all the way to a halt. To me, baseball was interesting because realistically, baseball had the chance to be the first major professional league sport back in action. And they waited, and obviously there was some contract issues, some contract disputes. And that was a big thing, right? Like, players want to get paid what they're worth getting paid, and like, rightfully so. But to me, it was like, you know, we talk about NBA, we talk about all these other sports, and it's like, the reality is these sports haven't started yet. Or, pardon me, those sports did start, so they were ending the season. But what I was getting at is Major League Baseball didn't start yet. And they just did everything wrong. Like, I have no idea why you're not doing a bubble system. The Toronto Blue Jays literally, like, 2 days before opening day, had nowhere to play. Now they're playing in Buffalo, and it's a joke. Like, this MLB season is a joke. I mean, will I still be investing in baseball cards? Absolutely. There's money to be made. And, like, you can do really well. I'll take, for example, you know, Les Alex, who's also in this stream. He invested in Matt Chapman, and he did very well on Matt Chapman. Like, there's so many opportunities. Eloy Jimenez, I will say, pardon me, in my opinion, great investment opportunity. His cards are still really cheap, and he's playing on a decent team, and he's playing very well. Like, there's a lot of good investment opportunities, but I wouldn't be surprised necessarily if baseball eventually did come to a halt. Do I think it'll happen? No, I don't. But oddly enough, I don't think NFL is going to happen. And I say often, like, buy cards in the offseason at a discounted rate, but I'm staying away from NFL. It'd be very difficult to pay NFL rates even in the offseason right now, and then have to hold on to them a lot longer than I would like to. Obviously, I've already have cards, so that's easy, but I'm not going to buy any, especially not while there's NHL playoffs and things like that.
We got to give a shout out to Charlie Blackman. He's batting .450.
Shout out to Charlie Blackman? Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Charlie Blackman, but I believe he's 34, isn't he? I can't really see the screen there.
He is 34.
Yeah, so he's 34. Charlie Blackman's been doing it for ages and ages. I feel like, Mitch, if you want to bring him up, and we've mentioned him before, and so is Les, Trevor Story on the same team. Trevor Story, I feel like, is off to such a hot start and not getting any kind of love. Yeah, check out Trevor Story. He's just 27 years old. He's a stud.
326.
Yeah, I mean, he's batting .326. I believe he's got 4 stolen bases, too. Like, there's a guy who's very cheap and affordable. So if you guys want to invest in the baseball route, actually, I've even mentioned it before. I made another video, baseball cards to invest in before the season gets back underway. And Trevor Story was one of the players that I mentioned because in a shortened season, you want consistency. And so far, so good. He's making me look like I actually know what I'm talking about. So, let's see. Sammy's always retracting his messages. But yeah, guys, if you want to see a good slap shot, check out Sammy Russo's slap shot. Beast. Let's see. Will Doncic get a triple-double? First game against Clips. No, he won't. Luka tonight is going for a 31 points, 11 assists, 7 rebounds. 7 rebounds. I think you're going to see guys like Max and guys like Porzingis take most of the role, really attacking the basket for those rebounds. I think you're going to see Luka play a bit higher up, but he's going to go off for points. I think 31's a pretty good number. I mean, Clippers are still pretty sound defensively, but do I think he'll get a triple-double within the series? Yes, I do. I think that's coming around Game 3. Just wait. Like, I'm a Mavs fan, right? Like, I hope you all know that. I'm a Mavs fan. Not just because of Luka. Like, I was a Mavs fan because of Mark Cuban, actually, and then Luka came along, and I was like, it's the best thing that ever happened to me. I mean, obviously, I got my dog and my wife, too. Those are pretty good things, too.
They're not Luka, though.
I mean, no, they're not Luka. They're not Luka. Anyway, on a serious note, Luka Doncic isn't sweating. He's doing everything with a smile. And it really makes you wonder, like, is he trying 100%? Like, don't get me wrong. Athletes can try, like, 80% and do well. I don't think Luka's turned it all the way up. I really don't.
I think he's like Randy Johnson.
I really don't. And it's like, it's the same thing with Justin Verlander, right? Justin Verlander has consistently said throughout his career he's thrown at, like, 80% because there's such thing as overthrowing. There is, and you know it. There is such thing as overthrowing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. And maybe
I
Luka...
also don't believe he can throw 110 miles an hour because he would have done it once.
He's hit 104. That's not bad. Justin Verlander has hit 104.
Yeah.
You can Google it. He's done it. And I don't think it matters because he cheated his way to a World Series, and he's
got Kate Upton. He's got a lot of money. He's winning.
He's got Kate Upton. Right? He's got Kate Upton.
Right.
Actually, pull this up right now because there's probably a lot of people who don't know this. Type in Justin Verlander Taco Bell meal. Bring this up.
Oh, his server hacked photos? Or?
No, not those. Type in Justin Verlander Taco Bell meal. Okay? So for those of you who don't know, Justin Verlander used to consume a bunch of calories, okay? Read this. Read this. You'll find it. It's like some...
1,630 calories.
Yeah, so 1,630 calories before every start. He would go to Taco Bell and eat, like, tacos and cheesy gordita crunches and Mexican pizzas. What else is on there? It's some crazy, ridiculous stuff.
Well, it looks like just the big box or something.
No, dude, it was a lot of stuff. And it's like, I don't understand how you can pitch at such a high level and you just have got done consuming all those calories and you don't have to go to the bathroom or anything. Like, that's impressive. That's impressive. I don't know. Blue Jackets might win this season. Somebody said that. Okay. I don't think they'll get by Tampa, Sammy. I don't think they'll get by Tampa. I really don't. Victor Hedman's playing solid defensively. Vasilevsky's looking good. Braden Point. I hope you all bought Braden Point cards too, because he's doing pretty well. Let's see. The stats were there before Houston, and I think the voters will be relaxed on him because he's not a batter.
We're gonna cut the break. It's been a half hour.
Okay. Yeah, we'll cut the break, but I just want to respond to that JV. No, obviously I think he's going to be a Hall of Famer, but it's like, I don't know. I mean, did he realistically do that well in the postseason, like when Houston won it all? If I remember correctly, I think this was like 2-3 years ago. I don't think he pitched all that well, but regardless, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. So anyway, guys, we're going to launch to break, so don't go anywhere unless you got to get some popcorn or stuff.
Sports cards are on fire. People around the world are buying, selling, flipping, investing, and researching sports cards like never before. In a decentralized world, this may be the biggest opportunity ever to get back into the hobby. While new parallel and numbered cards are being printed, modern sports cards are largely impacting the market. But wait, there's more. With every pack ripped, collectors now have the chance to pull cards valued over $50,000. Needless to say, there's an investing opportunity. Welcome to the Sports Card Investing and Collecting course. Hi, my name is Mitchell Bouchard, and I will be one of your instructors for this course. This course has been divided into 7 sections. In the first section, we'll teach you how to get started with sports cards. It's going to be important for you to identify which cards to buy when getting back into the hobby. From there, we will teach you how to buy sports cards online and also how to buy them at your favorite local card shop. You will learn proper terminology such as RPA, parallel, numbered, and much more.
Hi, my name is Bird Bouchard, and I'm the host of Red Cape Sports. There, I have grown a successful community of sports card lovers and have reached more than 150,000 viewers. And I'm not stopping anytime soon. Mitch and I have successfully turned $20 into hundreds of dollars and hundreds of dollars into thousands of dollars. Mitch and I will be teaching you everything you need to know about the hobby and sports cards itself. And in the grading section of this course, Mitch is going to teach you how to identify which sports cards to grade, while I'll be teaching you how to send the cards in for grading. While this does sound a bit overwhelming, it really is tailored for anyone wanting to get into the hobby or even seasoned veterans. This course comes with a custom workbook for you to follow along while you're watching the course. This course is also going to give you access to a list of our top 10 sports card investments. That list will be updated every year, so when Mitch and I make profits, so do you.
Don't forget, this course comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can give the course a try risk-free today. If you're ready to make money while watching your favorite athletes on TV, then you may want to give this course a try. Enroll today, and we'll see you on the inside.
Defending well against a very good offensive team.
All right, guys, we're back here. Hope you all enjoyed that promo. Again, the link to that course is down below in the description. Again, you guys can try that out risk-free for 30 days, or you don't even have to check it out at all. That's completely up to you. So there's another topic I want to get to, but before, Sammy says, any thoughts who's going to win the NHL title this year? And I actually responded to Jeff from Sports Card Investor because he put out the same question today. I think it's going to be Philly. I really do. I think when you look at the last 20 NHL winners, they all have something in common, and that's very, very, very strong goaltending. Prior to the break, the Philly Flyers were actually 9-1 in their last 10 games, and then they came in and did very, very, very well. And they've done very well even against the Canadiens within this series. And I saw stats that I really liked from Carter Hart. Carter Hart's a young, great goaltender. He's actually the youngest in Flyers history to have a shutout. and to, I believe, pick up a win. So he's a stud there. I think they got the grit. I think they got the depth, and certainly the goaltending. I really, like, I don't like them as a team. I really don't, but I think, like, Travis Konechny is a solid player, Claude Giroux, and Carter Hart. I mean, you know, I honestly, I don't think there's a better goalie right now in the league. Obviously, you could argue Carey Price, but I don't know, guys. I'm going with Philly. Locking it in. Let's see. Someone said the Blackhawks down 3-1. That's very difficult. They were actually down 3-0. I would love to see Chicago win it, but I don't think so. We'll see. So in the postseason, excluding the World Series, Verlander is 14-5, but 0-60 in the World Series. Is that true? 0-60? I don't think he's made 60 World Series appearances. That's got to be a typo. Brad Miller just hit another home run. Thank goodness for Brad Miller. St. Louis Cardinals currently leading the Chicago Cubs. And tomorrow, bring out the brooms, baby. Bring out the brooms. Heard it here first. All right. Anyway, I wanted to talk about something that's been bothering me. So much, in fact, I've like stayed off Twitter for a very long time because I got a lot of Ohio State fans, and it's like, for those who like truly know me, I'm like the biggest Buckeye fan of all time. So much, in fact, like I always got shirts here, right? Like, guys, I'm the biggest Buckeye fan like ever, right? Boom, boom, the Ohio State. Anyway, Ohio State is not going to have a fall season. It's not going to happen. The Big Ten reportedly had a vote. Now, this is where it gets interesting. They reportedly had a vote with all the presidents, all the athletic directors, so like Gene Smith and everyone like that. But today, Minnesota's president is coming out and saying, wait, there was a vote? Like, I never voted. So there's a lot of conspiracy and a lot of fraud, part of me, being tossed around as to whether or not the Big Ten just made this decision without actually having the vote. Now, mind you, I kind of feel like it's the right decision. You guys can see there on the screen as well. Justin Fields recently put out a petition, and the reality is it already has more signatures than University of Northwestern averages for a home game, which is crazy. So like, there's a lot of signatures on there. And there's a lot of players right now threatening to leave conferences because the SEC today just announced that the SEC is going to be playing. They just put out a 10-game conference schedule, which is weird. And it's like, in a weird way, like recruitment is going to be very different, right? It seems like if you're a football player, you're not scared of much. Unfortunately, most of them aren't really scared of COVID. But then again, you have the number one overall recruit or number one overall NFL prospect, what's his name? Micah Parsons for Penn State. And he actually opted out. And to me, it's like Justin Fields, if he's smart, like if he's really smart, he'll opt out. Likely going to be likely going to be a first-round draft pick anyway. And it's like, why are you going to risk playing? Like, I just don't understand it. And like, why don't we pay these guys? Well, we constantly say we don't pay them because they're student athletes, right? Student becomes first. And it's like, I don't understand how you can possibly have nothing happening on university campuses, but yet you're going to have football games. Like, I don't get that. Honestly, kudos to the Big Ten. I feel like it's the right decision. Because, again, guys, I want to be very clear on this. Very clear. I'm a big Buckeye fan, but very clear. They did not cancel the season. They didn't cancel it. They postponed it. And what athletic director Gene Smith keeps saying is, well, we didn't cancel it. We're postponing it until we have more information. And at the end of the day, I really don't see anything wrong in that, guys. I don't. He's postponing it until he knows more about the coronavirus. He's postponing it until he knows, is this safe? These are 18 to 21-year-old kids. Like, trust me, they're still kids, right? They still hug their moms, and like their parents still help them out in a lot of ways. So I don't know. I mean, it's going to have a large effect in sports card prices too, right? Because think about it. And Mitch, maybe you want to chime in on this too. But the reality is Joe Burrow wouldn't be Joe Burrow if he didn't play last season.
Joe Burrow?
Right? Like, if Joe Burrow didn't play last season, he would have had, like, half-ish season at LSU and a few games with my own Buckeyes, right? Great guy, but he had the single best season in college football history, which, of course, made him the unanimous #1 overall pick in this year's draft. But I'm telling you, if he didn't play last season, where would he get drafted? What would happen to his stock? Like, right now, his cards are, boom, skyrocketing.
We're streaming the game right now. It's 18 to 4 down. So put it on your laptop.
Oh, sick.
So stream it on your laptop.
Oh, no, we're getting killed.
18 to 4.
18 to 4. All right, guys, I need some magic here.
Shamrock was asking too if we were streaming it. So
Okay.
we're streaming it live with Bird.
The OHL is starting December 1st from the Ontario Hockey League. That Sammy. So right now, that's likely the goal, but I don't think the OHL is going to happen in December. In the reality, in Ontario, because of I truly don't want to get political, but anyway, we'll just say I believe a second wave is coming, and I don't think hockey in Ontario is coming back in December. I just don't. You're going to get copyrighted by ESPN. Yeah, Mitch, I was going to say that.
Well, tell me if it happens when the video's on.
No, I was going to say that. I mean, we can all watch the game in other ways. Okay, so hopefully we're safe, but don't bring it back up again.
Yeah, we'll keep it.
Don't bring it back up again. I do want updates, though, okay?
Yeah, we'll keep it small.
Okay. When we go to another commercial, I'm gonna launch it on like my own laptop, so that way I can see. But yeah, Jackson's right on that. Somebody said sold Jaw Silver Prism BGS 5 for $1,600 Canadian. Did I mess up or should I have waited? What'd you buy that at? That's my next question. Let me know. What did you buy that at? That seems like a really good. That seems like you did well, to be honest. I think so, right? I think you did well. What's that card going for now? Like a comp price, Mitch? It's a Ja Morant Silver Prism BGS 5. So that should be relatively easy to find.
Prism 5.
Okay, Shamrock, don't be leaving comments saying that Luka Doncic is hurt.
PSA 5.
That's just rude.
He almost got hurt.
Did he almost get hurt? Actually?
Yeah, while you're.
What? I missed that?
It's a John Morant Silver Prism.
Oh my goodness,
5.
guys.
9 or 5? Who buys a 5?
9.5. 9.5.
Oh, I was just saying, who buys a 5?
No, 9.5, dude.
My goodness.
Also, if you guys have it, I'm not, obviously, Vitamin Water has not reached out to me. But guys, like, if you're on a diet or anything like that, I highly recommend. This is some beautiful stuff. This Vitamin Water here, 0 calories. Jeez. 0 grams of sugar. I'm not complaining. You know, I'm off pop because I gotta lose some weight here, but
$1,200. Maybe a minimum.
1,200. So yeah, so far it seems like Robert, that $1,600 Canadian was a very good sell. It's a good job on that, man.
Oh yeah. Well, what do you get to that, right?
Yeah, good job. Again, obviously it depends what you bought it for, but it's a good job. What should I buy for Paul George? Is his Optic Clippers uni a good investment? Paul George is an interesting one. I feel like a lot of people are going to invest in him as the Clippers' secondary option. Optic? I don't know, Mitch. Let's bring it up. Paul George. Let's bring it up. Paul George. Let's see. Would you buy his Optic or his Prism? And I think it largely depends on price. And I'm really sorry, guys, that I don't just have, like, boom, like, I don't have Frank's ability to know, like, this card's this much, this card's this much, this card's this much, this card's this much. I just don't have that ability.
We don't invest in them, so.
Yeah, and also, I'm personally not investing in Paul George.
His optics seems cheap.
Okay, so if his optics seems cheap compared to the Prism first, I guess.
So is the Prism.
Let's see.
Prism's a better card.
What's his Prism going for? I can't read that far.
Depends which one he wants.
Probably his rookie, I would suggest. In the meantime, someone said, do you think 70 rawish? I would go Optic. Honestly, go Optic on that case. Yeah, go Optic. Somebody said, do you think Bol is a good investment? No, I don't. At the end of the day, like, there's a reason why there's only a handful of 7-footers, and it's not because, like, 7-footers don't exist. They exist, and the NBA would find them, but at the end of the day, they're just not that athletic. They're not. Bol can shoot threes, but I don't necessarily think all the hype is there. I really don't. Had you had his cards after that like NBA debut, if you want to call it, within the bubble, that was probably the time to sell because those cards just skyrocketed. Yeah, those cards skyrocketed. Sammy says, I have a signed top prospect CHL game jersey by Tom Warner and Bobby Hull. How much is this jersey? Sammy, I hate to break it to you. If you don't have the certificate of authenticity, it's worth almost nothing. Honestly. Because at the end of the day, I could have signed that. So you need the certificate of authenticity. And then again, I don't know how much autograph jerseys go for. I really don't. I would argue if it is authentic, you're looking at minimum what, $200? If it's game worn, Bobby Orr. Where's that, Bobby Orr or Bobby Hall? No, it was Bobby Orr. So yeah, probably, maybe around $200. Okay. How much for 2019-2020 NBA Hoops Tribute RJ Barrett should I buy for $1.50? I don't know what your investment is, dude. I have no idea. Like, again, guys, I really am not trying to dodge bullets here, but it's really difficult to answer questions like that. Like, I need to know a lot more information. Good day, champ. I'm listening from Australia. Alec, thank you so much, man. Or mate, I should say. I believe it's mate in Australia. So, good day. It's probably the morning in Australia. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Someone says, I'm going to buy Paul George because of the playoffs. I also bought a Tatum Donruss rated rookie for the playoffs. Jackson, I still love you. I'm not sold into the Jason Tatum, but I will say this. If the price is right, Jason Tatum's a great buy. Because I don't have to like him to understand that the market loves him. Like, the market truly does love Jason Tatum. So, if you're into that, go for it, man. Y'all mess with UFC cards. No, we don't mess with UFC cards. But we will give...
Somebody got a Conor McGregor card cheap.
Okay, Mitch got a Conor McGregor card. So that's cool, whether or not he ever fights
I know
again.
his rookie is, too.
So, we will say this, too. There's a local kid from Windsor, TJ Laramie. He was actually just on Dana White's Contender Series. Mitch, bring up the article maybe even. Really cool story. He fought on his late mother's birthday, and he ended up winning himself a UFC contract. This is a kid who, at the young age of 16 years old, he was a pretty big deal here in Windsor, like literally from our own hometown. So there he is there with the man Dana White. So honestly, if you guys are looking to buy prospect cards, look up TJ Laramie. Very, 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 and I have him as a friend on Facebook too, but very, 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 very outspoken guy. Very outspoken, so.
I don't think he has a card, though.
No, probably not. Dude, he literally just signed his UFC contract like a few days ago. I'm just letting you guys know before all the hype happens, so. I don't really.
Get a Royce Gracie UFC, though.
Royce Gracie? Yeah,
Royce
for sure.
Gracie, yeah.
Is it Royce? Okay, sure.
Yeah, because his family basically founded all that. I love UFC cards.
Yeah, so
you know?
Mitch is a fan of it. Obviously, I wouldn't recommend you buy a Ronda Rousey card now, but, you know, at the time.
Yeah, she only made it possible for
at the time.
made a lot of money.
Okay, somebody said, thoughts on Kobe Bryant Fleer rookie? Honestly, seems like a slap in the face. These cards are going for under $500. Cole, I will say this. The market, for whatever reason, you know, there's always that one card that's deemed valuable and then the other is not so much. And, I mean, you know, it's like everyone's chasing after Mitch. What's that card you got? Is that a Topps that you got for Kobe? That
It's
seems to be
1996 Topps.
right. So 1996 Topps seems to be the Kobe Bryant card to get. And what I'm saying here is, sure, if it's going under $500, like it might seem like a slap in the face.
There's three. I'm gonna pull them.
But the reality, right? But like the reality is, like, the market's gonna dictate what cards go for. So it's not to necessarily, pardon me, say, you know, this card's gonna go up because these cards are already this, and then therefore people are gonna want this card. I don't necessarily think that's the truth, and I mean, rest in peace to Kobe Bryant, but the fact that he's not playing any more games, like, I don't think you're gonna see too many people come into the market. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I think that's false.
but for me personally, like, I think most people like watching their investment, right? It's a live stock. It's real.
Yes, but the thing with Kobe Bryant is that because of the world today, when the documentary comes out on Shaq, him, anytime in that era, people are going to rush and his cards will go through the roof. Watch.
We'll see about that.
There's so much emotion attached.
I'm not doubting it. All I'm saying is I think you're going to see the one card go up in price, and the other cards aren't going to go up in price with it. Does that make sense?
There's two that will go up. These two. I'll pull them up.
I honestly, I don't know. I think the tops is the only one that you're really going to see start to pull away. So.
Tell them this one right here, I believe, will go up.
Someone said, okay, so.
This is a good one.
Shamrock said Ronda Rousey was my childhood crush. Wasn't she everyone's though?
Shamrock wanted to fight her.
For mine, it was Maria Sharapova.
Sharapova?
Yeah, man. Maria Sharapova. She proved to me that all Russians are not bad looking. That's what she proved to me, man.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah. Let's see. Jackson says, I did some research, and I think Travis Konechny Young Gun is underrated. What do you think? So if you're not already in our Facebook group, this is directly to you, Jackson, the gaming god. Go in it, because every single day lately we've had so much amazing, rich conversation about cheap Young Guns to pick up, specifically Mike DeStefano and I. And we're actually doing an episode tomorrow, so look for that next week. Mike's giving his top 5 underrated Young Gun cards to pick up. But Travis Konechny, I picked up a few. Let's just say I picked up a few. And Anthony Beauvillier. So Anthony Beauvillier is the second Young Gun player who's very cheap and undervalued now. As you guys can see up on the screen now, this is our Facebook group. It is private, but we're going to accept you so long as you're like respectful and just don't spam everyone. It's
Kanye West says, what's going on? Is that supposed to be some Kanye name or what?
I don't know. Sammy says The Undertaker is the greatest of all time, and I'm not gonna disagree with that.
That's pretty much true.
Undertaker was phenomenal.
Didn't he retire?
I think so. Someone said Franken mentioned that Vince Carter's will go up. What are your thoughts on his cards from an investment standpoint? Mitch and I have been buying them. I'm not gonna lie to you all. I just don't want to lie. And again, I want to clear up on this. Yeah, bring that over here, Mitch, or bring it on the Mitch cam actually.
I'll bring it on the Mitch cam
Okay.
and then on the screen.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been buying Vince Carter's. I think we even told Frank about the Vince Carter hype. Like honestly, I really do.
We get the chromes.
Right. So
these ones are here.
but I do want to mention this because we received a comment on one of our videos today. And it was like, I'm not quite sure most of you understood. So recently we just published our update video. So we filmed a video 7 months ago, and we had a $100 budget, and we were doing it. And one of the comments was basically saying, oh, well, Mitch says that he's got all these Zion cards ready for grading. So how do you consider that a profit? But the reality is the video was, here's the price that we purchased the cards at, and here what they're worth now, right? So, I mean, if you want to take it technical, did we profit that much? No, but I mean, we told you which cards we sold and which cards we didn't. But the video is just to say, you know, like use the word profit. Again, it's not clickbait. It was just to say, this is the price that we purchased the cards at, and here's what they're selling for now. Like, we're not trying any of this shady stuff.
Dude,
and I just read the comment.
You've been sharing about Zion for
yeah,
when
like,
do I shut up about Zion?
No, like, you know what I mean? And it kind of just threw me back. I'm like, I'm not trying to like manipulate anything. I'm just, you know, like we make this content for you all, and like I feel like we've done a pretty good job at being transparent.
I own five
Yeah.
5 Vince Carters and only like 2 chromes.
Yeah.
So they have a chance.
So, Someone said, so Dave says, do you think picking up Pascal Siakam rookies are a good buy right now? I do. And recently I just picked up a Pascal Siakam rookie. It was just like a rated rookie, but, you know, I'm on a tight budget, so.
By the way, Vince Carter's Topps Chromes 9, they've been the same price for the past 3 months. They're still sitting at the same price.
So when do you go on the Mitch cam?
I was getting them at $250. My audio's not set up for it.
Okay, so Mitch is saying that these Vince Carter Topps cards, Topps Chrome, right? The 9s. So he's basically saying that these cards have been sitting at the same price. So here they are.
They haven't even gone up.
Yeah, so here's the card. And Mitch is saying that they've been sitting at the same price. But now I want to ask Mitch, why do you think they've been sitting at the same price? And when will they go up?
He's a long term, and we're waiting for the Kobe Bryant documentary. We're waiting for he's more of a slower investment, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not buying a lot. That's why.
Here's why I think Vince Carter is a good investment. Okay. He is without a doubt the most famous Toronto Raptor ever. What?
Somebody said we should make a Snapchat group. Tell them we're not 10.
No, I do not do group chats. End of discussion. I do not do group chats. I recently went on a family vacation to a cottage. They tried to put me in a group chat, and it's such a waste of time.
Sketchy.
Honestly, I will not join a Discord. Please stop asking me if I'm going to make a Discord. I'm not making
We're launching our Discord.
No, we're not. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. It's a great idea, Jackson. Great idea to like launch a Snapchat or launch a Discord. But honestly, my phone goes off for work. My phone goes off for players' performances. My phone goes off when the wife needs me. My phone goes off for just friends. My phone goes off for so many different reasons. And I'm not trying to just be glued to it all day. And I'm not trying to see someone like send a meme out of nowhere. Like, at the end of the day, group chats just, I don't know, text me, right? Like it's I'm not a fan of it. But anyway, to get back to the video, Vince Carter, 20 some odd years in the NBA. He's the poster child, probably the greatest in-game dunker, other than college John Wall, which was just a freak show, and even high school. But Vince Carter might be the greatest in-game dunker, the greatest. He was phenomenal. He was a trendsetter in the NBA. He wasn't really hated by anyone. I mean, obviously, Toronto didn't really like when he left, but I don't know, guys. He's definite, in my opinion, he's an NBA Hall of Famer for sure. And there's something to be said about the old retro cards, and I feel like a guy like Gary Vee is doing a pretty good job at trying to get the sports card market to like go back within the past and push all these cards that should be worth more, right? Because it's weird. It's like a guy like Shaquille O'Neal, if you think about who he is as a person, as a player, his card should be valued much, much, much more, right? And obviously I understand pop reports and overprinting and junk wax era, and everything like that, but it's like there's a lot of old-time players and their cards should be worth more, but they're not.
This card's going to be on our next episode, my next episode.
I can't see that far.
It's Shaq.
Okay.
Shaq 1992 Topps.
Oh my goodness. I wish you wouldn't show that card. True story. I collected sports cards for a very long time. Shout out to Eric Parker. This kid, Eric Parker, great guy. His only flaw in life was that he was a New York Yankees fan. Okay? And he had this Shaq card, and it was this exact card. And he gave it to me for free. And I kept that card in pristine condition. And one day, for whatever reason, I put it like underneath my bed. And like I still have that card, and I don't think it would grade a PSA -5. It might grade like a PSA -10. They might like it was awful. It's shredded, it's ripped, it's in such god awful shape. Mitch is holding up cards. So Mitch has some of those. I guess he's going to be talking about why he believes those cards will go up in value. Let's see. Jaylen Brown is an awesome under-the-radar player, and his prices are going up fast. Is he a worthwhile investment? I was looking into him today, and honestly, for me personally, Jaylen Brown was a bit expensive. Yeah, leave it at that. Do you think any of the Hall of Fame inductees will go up by any? Yeah, for sure. I mean, we just mentioned Vince Carter, who's obviously he's not there yet, but Shaq certainly is. I think retro cards. Hakeem Olajuwon's going to be another guy for sure, right? Like, there's a lot of people in his native town who realistically aren't even connected to the internet yet. And when that happens, and I think once you see the world economy start to get back to where people want it to be, you'll see cards go up. Mitch is being very disruptive now, playing music out loud. So I can hear that. Oh, apparently he's monitoring. So my bad. Pardon me, guys. Somebody said, what do you think about Jaylen Brown's select rookies? Again, same thing. I feel like across the board, his cards are slightly, not by much, slightly overvalued for me in terms of where his game's at, right? And I mean, it's almost like Jason Tatum's just going to grab so much of that attention. So it's a tough call, but I would stay away. Thoughts on John Morant? How will his prices change if and when he wins Rookie of the Year? Well, the reality is I don't think it's if. I think it's more of a when. I think he's got that locked up in the bag. I thought John Morant was a great player, ever since he was in college. I still feel that way. I mean, he's a crazy in-game dunker too, right? We've seen him nearly jump over 7-footers and finish those ridiculous dunks. He's got real talent. The issue, honestly, is going to be it's almost like, well, when you play on a bad team, right? It's like De'Aaron Fox. Why is nobody talking about De'Aaron Fox? Why is no one talking about Colin Sexton? Why is no one talking about like I don't know, like anyone on the Suns really? And it's like you still need to be on a decent team, right? Like you can be great, but also when you play in the West Coast and they're not like on a great team, it's difficult to get eyeballs on you. Memphis is a bit different. Like they don't play games at like 10:30 at night, depending on who they travel to play. But I don't know. I think his cards will certainly rise up in price for sure. Jaw's a beast. Less Alex. Just because I'm doing this, what's the Cubs card score? That'd be great. He did just get nearly 30 points. Do you see any value in Rozier, Wiggins, and Randall? Wiggins, I see value in. I feel like Wiggins, especially if the Warriors get like first overall and you add like LaMelo, or realistically any of those other studs like a James Wiseman or a guard from that draft class. This draft class is absolutely stacked, right? Wiggins is going to do very well, right? Very well. You put him with Clay, you put him with Steph, DeAndre even, Draymond, and like, yeah, no, for sure. I think Wiggins for his price. I picked up one of his Prisms probably back in December, and that was even before he became a Warrior. So, yeah, I'm excited. Dallas is up 4 at the end of the first. Oh, guys, I love these updates. Like, I love them. Thank you so much. Donovan Mitchell for perfect example. Not sure what the example is there, but Donovan Mitchell's a stud. Somebody said Wiggy is as good as gone out of Golden State. Maybe, honestly, I mean, Frank and I both think that he might be like the most overhyped Canadian basketball player. It's crazy how much they hyped him. And it's like, Mitch, can you bring up Andrew Wiggins' Kansas stats? Because realistically, I don't think he was that good at Kansas. I really don't. So let's check this out. Oh, cool. The Cardinals are winning.
The Jayhawks?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, bring up his stats. How did you manage to pull up that? That's not anything.
What are you talking about? This is
Okay, there you go. There you go. So what did he average? He played the 1 year there.
That's his total points, almost 600.
Okay, that's not, I mean,
35 games, whatever.
not great. Johnny Maz says, do you guys ever use Beckett to find the price value for cards, or do you always use eBay? I use eBay just because there's like millions of people on eBay, and it seems to be like the most up-to-date, real-time sale. And for the most part, like I would argue, like most people say, like, oh, like I got this card on eBay, or I sold this card on eBay. So for me, eBay truly represents like the most accurate, real-time value of the card. So that's why for all our videos, like when we reference things, it's eBay.
The market.
That's a good question, Matt. Matt's asking, do you think Ben Simmons' rookie optics, will go down because of his injury? Yeah, I do. The fact, like, that's just a lot of people. So he's not gonna have name on him, right? Like, no one's gonna be talking about him, and he's not gonna be in playoffs. So yeah, honestly, I think the injury is gonna see his cards go down in price, and that's unfortunate because I have the same card too, man. So like, we're gonna be in the same boat, but I'm not necessarily. Yeah, I got that exact card there, and it's difficult because I think Ben Simmons he's liked in Philly. His card prices will go down a little bit. I was referring to good players with not so hot markets as in Utah. Okay, yeah, for sure. You have that in every sport, right? And it's just like so many of these guys' card prices should be way more expensive. And I feel like at one time, Anthony Davis was a steal when he was still with the Pelicans. I truly believe that. And I don't know. I mean, certainly getting traded to Los Angeles has only benefited him. Les Alex says, Paul Goldschmidt with a deep out to Hayward. That sucks. Paul Goldschmidt, we could talk about him too. His Bowman first, I believe, can still be had for relatively cheap. His Bowman first. So. Injuries are getting from the playoffs are seemingly the way for cards to go down right now. Yeah, injuries can do a lot. Mitch, let's look it up. Andrei Sveshnikov.
His cards are up right now.
Are they up or down? What are they at?
Buy it now, $20, $60. I'd say they're down.
Not $20. Where do you see 20?
Oversized. It's oversized.
Oh, it's a jumbo.
Yeah, they're still hot. They're
also
$60, $10 shipping.
$60, so they're down. They're down slightly. They are.
Could be. It's hard to say.
No, they are. I looked at them yesterday. Or, Saturday prior to the injury.
One sold for 80, 66, and 80 Canadian.
66 is down because they were going for 80, or at least 75.
So
guys, there's a perfect example. Andrei Sveshnikov, 20-year-old Russian-born player, drafted second overall, and we speak about him a lot on Red Cape Sports. And obviously, man looks getting red. So, it just goes to show you, like, an injury can do devastating things to your investment. And also, an injury can do great things to fund your bank account. Mitch was investing in Zion. When they announced Zion might not play, Mitch was like, hey, discount. That's all he heard. Mitch heard discount. And Mitch went out and bought Zion. And he did very well for himself. And, I mean, if it weren't for Zion and if it weren't for Mitch doing well, we wouldn't have this fancy setup. We wouldn't. And also, I did want to mention to you too, Mitch, I think I realized why people think we're in a basement. We're in the second floor, okay, but there's no lights. Like, there's no window.
How are they going to know there's a window if we're not filming it?
I don't know.
It's the curtain.
Yeah, it's the curtain. But anyway, we're not in a basement.
We're still going to upgrade our studio.
No, it's not in a basement.
They won't know.
It's just funny because Jordan saw our episode for the first time yesterday, and he's like, do you film it in your basement? I was like, no, we didn't film it in our basement.
Once we have our new studio, our new studio.
Okay. Let's see. You guys looking to football yet? No, Les. We're not. I'm not looking into football anytime soon.
Man. I like him.
Yeah, I mean, Mitch likes Joe Burrow.
He smokes cigars. That's probably but he's good. He's talented.
No, dude, he had the greatest single season football for a quarterback, I think, ever. I'm not investing in football though. The season very well could likely not happen.
You mean not for long football?
And what I've seen from history, what history tells me is when players don't play for a season, and then when they go back to it, they lose a step. They lose a few steps actually. And they're not the same player. So it's like, I don't know. If Joe Burrow doesn't play for a little while, obviously he proved that he wasn't playing for Ohio State. Then he went to LSU and lit it up. Certainly I knew. I drafted him like last for college fantasy football on Yahoo, and I won the league. Thank you. I don't know. I'm not investing in football until I know more. Plain and simple for me. Can the Knicks coach turn the Knicks franchise around? I just gamble on BGS 9-5 of Dennis Smith Jr. Dennis Smith Jr., as a Mavs fan, I can tell you he's a beast. Dennis Smith Jr. is a beast, but he's more of a dunker. I don't know. That could be a good investment. I likely wouldn't have invested in him, but we'll see. Best hockey rookie of the junk wax era. Go. Best hockey rookie of the junk wax era. Mario Lemieux or Jaromir Jagr. Jagr is still very cheap. Bring him up. I'm pretty sure Jagr is very cheap.
He is cheap. I looked him up.
Very cheap. But that again, that's the junk wax era.
Mario Lemieux is under $300 depending on the grading.
Yeah, Mario Lemieux's another good one.
He would have been the greatest if he.
Yari Curry. Curry can be had for severely undervalued too, but I mean that's tough. I mean when you think of Edmonton Oilers, you don't really think of Curry first. So I would argue Jagr just because Jagr played so long that so many different generations know who Jaromir Jagr is. So I would say Jagr. That's a good question. Thank you for that. Actually, that was fun.
Which card though, man? Because some are expensive.
Someone said you should buy Mitchell Robinson. Guys, I'm lost. Tell me why I should buy Mitchell Robinson. I am lost at that one. I remember Jeff, Sports Card Investor, did an episode, and he's like, look, like his defensive rating, whatever. And I'm like, I'm not buying a guy because of his defensive rating or whatever.
I like Matisse Thybulle, but I don't tell people to buy his card.
I'm just, like, guys, like, I am serious. Tell me why I should be buying Mitchell Robinson. I don't understand. I don't understand why I should be buying Mitchell Robinson and Lonzo Ball. I have no idea. No idea. And I'm not trying to put anyone down. I just, like, literally, why should I buy these guys? Because, guys, like Rudy Gobert, who's so many time Defensive Player of the Year, and so many blocks, and so many points, there's a reason why his cards aren't, like, hundreds of dollars. There's a reason, okay? At the end of the day, if you don't put the ball in the basket, which is like literally the object of the game, your cards aren't going to sell for much. And Mitch, can you bring up Mitchell Robinson's stats? Like this is starting to bother me now. It really is starting to bother me. Like I don't see it. Like this is, oh my goodness. Jordan Kishera just laughed. I have no idea why Jordan laughed. Maybe I said something funny.
8.5 is that his points career?
Are you kidding me?
22.
Guys, why are you telling me to invest in a guy who doesn't even average? I think LeVar Ball has more points than that.
0.6 assists.
Guys, like, what? No way. Are you kidding me? Okay, I'm looking.
Looks like he's never shot a three.
Oh, no, like, bring up his stats. Go to, like, NBA.com or reference. Like, don't just bring up Google.
Yeah.
This is... Oh my goodness.
He's 7 foot tall.
Why should I invest in him? Mitchell Robinson.
I already told you his stats. They're not good.
Are they that bad?
8.5 points per game.
Oh my goodness, guys.
He's 7 foot tall and 240.
Robinson's ceiling is Tyson Chandler. Enough said. Okay, that's his ceiling. Guys, again, I don't invest on hype. I don't invest it. Okay, Tyson Chandler was great, but Tyson Chandler was only great for a few years.
I don't know if I agree with
It's the same thing with like no one talks about Blake Griffin now anymore too. Like there's a window, and I'm not really trying to invest in a player who's good for like a year.
Rick Jones sold all my ball. I hate that guy.
Oh my god.
Yes. Lonzo Ball, burn all of those cards.
Okay, so Les just commented, so I want to ask Alex. What are your thoughts on Mitchell Robinson? Because I just looked him up, and this guy's not even averaging 10 points a game. And all the time, people are telling me I should be buying Mitchell Robinson. And I'm going to go gray at 24 years of old. Like, because I have no idea why is anyone investing. I don't... There's certain like advice that you can give people, and I'm not saying I'm gonna be right on everything. I could be wrong on him, but at the end of the day, I will say this: to just follow blindly and faithfully in people who are like, buy him, he looks good to my eyes. That's one thing, but then there's stats too, and then there's the market. Okay, I'll give you the fact that he plays in a hot market. But if you go an entire season, how many years has he been in the league? 1 or 2? I don't know. Because if he's been in the league 2 years and he can't crack 10 points a game, I hate to break it to you. He's not going to be a stud. No way. How many years?
Is this his first year?
First year or not, dude?
One year.
That's bad. Not even 10 points a game. And I should be investing in him?
You can get his
No.
his 10 Prism rookie for 50.
Les Alex said never heard of him.
$12. $12. My rookie card's more.
I think for $12 you can buy so many young guns. Like, you know what I mean? It's not to say, oh well, he's just $10 or he's just $12. Like, because you can buy Anthony Beauvillier for that price. You can buy JT Miller for that price.
Well, Robinson could turn out good, but I don't.
I don't see it. That's all. That's all.
Because he's 7 feet tall. He's 22. He's got.
Okay,
Okay,
Bull
why
is
do
7 foot.
Why do people put Zion down, but they're gonna bring him up? No.
I don't know. I'm really confused. That's all. I'm really confused at that one. Bird, I know he is good. I go to the Knicks games and he is awesome. The reason he doesn't score that much is because of the foul trouble. Okay.
Well, he doesn't know to play the game.
Then that's half the game, and it's like, yeah, you have X amount of fouls to use and use them, but it's the same reason why no one's investing in DeAndre Drummond. Look up DeAndre Drummond. There's a 2020 guy.
Never heard of her.
No, DeAndre Drummond's a stud. Okay, out of Connecticut. DeAndre Drummond is bound to get nearly 16 rebounds and 20 points a game.
Drummond?
But no one's investing in him because of the foul trouble. Like, again, that reason is just, it's mind-boggling to me. It's, like, mind-boggling.
17 points per game? Holy crap.
Yeah, and I mean, his rebounds per game is super high. But it's the same thing, right? Like, what you guys are describing to me now is the same thing as, like, Hassan Whiteside. No one's really investing in Hassan Whiteside. And again, don't get me wrong. I am the first one to tell you all, if you can buy a card for $10 and sell it for 20, go ahead and do it. I don't see the Mitchell Robinson hype. I really don't. That's all.
Okay, we need to cut to break.
To be honest, Giannis had 6.8 points per game his rookie season. That's fair. Drummond is a beast. Who is DeAndre Drummond? Someone said that. But he doesn't score, and that's what's sexy. Exactly.
Drummond's not bad.
Andre Drummond. Pardon me. Is it Andre Drummond?
It's Andre.
Pardon me for adding D in front of it. I will give you that. Is that everything to do with marketing? Does Mitchell Robinson have marketable? Okay, the New York Knicks are in a big market, but no one watches the Knicks because historically speaking, they suck. And I think that plays a large role in it, and they're not a good team. Having RJ Barrett there is certainly going to help. Having their next draft pick certainly going to help. And again, like Les said, Giannis was averaging 6.8 points per game in his first season. I'll give you that. But I've watched him too, right? Because like I remember Sports Card Investor being like, oh, like the metrics say that he's a good buy, but he just didn't impress me. And it wasn't like I just watched one game. I watched highlights, and I actually sat down and watched like 5 full games. Maybe that's still a small sample size, but I didn't see anything impressive. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, I'm going to collect my thoughts, and we're going to launch to break.
Sports cards are on fire. People around the world are buying, selling, flipping, investing, and researching sports cards like never before. In a decentralized world, this may be the biggest opportunity ever to get back into the hobby. While new parallel and numbered cards are being printed, modern sports cards are largely impacting the market. But wait, there's more. With every pack ripped, collectors now have the chance to pull cards valued over $50,000. Needless to say, there's an investing opportunity. Welcome to the Sports Card Investing and Collecting course. Hi, my name is Mitchell Bouchard, and I will be one of your instructors for this course. This course has been divided into 7 sections. In the first section, we'll teach you how to get started with sports cards. It's going to be important for you to identify which cards to buy when getting back into the hobby. From there, we will teach you how to buy sports cards online and also how to buy them at your favorite local card shop. You will learn proper terminology such as RPA, parallel, numbered, and much more.
Hi, my name is Bird Bouchard, and I'm the host of Red Cape Sports. There, I have grown a successful community of sports card lovers and have reached more than 150,000 viewers. And I'm not stopping anytime soon. Mitch and I have successfully turned $20 into hundreds of dollars and hundreds of dollars into thousands of dollars. Mitch and I will be teaching you everything you need to know about the hobby and sports cards itself. And in the grading section of this course, Mitch is going to teach you how to identify which sports cards to grade, while I'll be teaching you how to send the cards in for grading. While this does sound a bit overwhelming, it really is tailored for anyone wanting to get into the hobby or even seasoned veterans. This course comes with a custom workbook for you to follow along while you're watching the course. This course is also going to give you access to a list of our top 10 sports card investments. That list will be updated every year, so when Mitch and I make profits, so do you.
Don't forget, this course comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can give the course a try risk-free today. If you're ready to make money while watching your favorite athletes on TV, then you may want to give this course a try. Enroll today, and we'll see you on the inside.
Defending well against a very good offensive team.
All right, guys, we're back. During that time, I was just setting up the Luka Doncic stream. Playoffs are resuming. And wow, it seems like we're having some pretty heated discussions on New York Knicks basketball, or the New York Knickerbockers, as we will call them. It sucks as a Knicks fan. Mookie Betts just hit home run number 9. Good investment there. He's dang good. He's dang good. I wouldn't say it's hard to like get on camera though and be like, yeah, buy Mookie Betts. He's a good investment because his card prices are just ridiculous, right? Yeah. I mean, otherwise you'd see more episodes being like, buy Giannis rookie cards, but not too many people have like thousands of dollars available to just
timing's everything in this.
Timing's everything, right? So, somebody said, oh, cool. You see that? Yanye West said these courses are gold. I learned from it. Thank you. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. Super cool.
Well, that's why we make it, man. They're cheap.
My pick for NL MVP before this season. Yeah, so far that's looking good. So far, yeah, that's looking good. Somebody said don't buy Julius Randle. Julius Randle was like a stud at Kentucky, and then he entered the NBA, and that was it. That was it.
Who's Julius Randle?
It's Julius, Mitch. Buy LeBron rookies, you jabronis. Easy peasy. Yeah. I mean, LeBron rookies can't go wrong, no matter which rookie it is.
City Heights. I've been telling people City Heights.
I mean, maybe the City Heights, maybe not. It doesn't matter. Any LeBron rookie, really. Any LeBron rookie is gonna go up.
Yeah, but this one is not $1,000. This one's cheap.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, buy anyone that you can afford.
It's a 2003 rookie, man. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Though I picked Alex Bregman. Alex Bregman. Great player. Sold all my cards. I had like 16 Alex Bregmans because I was a huge fan. And then the whole cheating scandal happened. And I was like, I don't even want to look at these cards. Sold them all. Some, I think I only profited like $1 each on each. I was like, no, I'm done on Alex Bregman. So, when do you think the best time will be to invest in Zion? Well, he's out of playoffs now. Now is probably a good time to invest. I wouldn't want to invest in him back in October, November when he starts back up again. No way. So, like, if you're planning on investing in Zion, I would invest in him now.
So is the season going to start, like, pretty soon then, eh?
November.
So that's weird, eh?
Yeah.
It's different.
It's really weird.
That's great, though.
It's going to be weird.
I would buy in September.
Sure. So, Mitch says September, best time to invest in Zion.
That's what I'm doing. I'm buying.
For soccer, you should buy Tony Cruz. He will go up in price soon. I like Tony Cruz. Don't like the age. If you're just looking for like a flip come World Cup, Tony Cruz is a great buy though. Bodie just hit a 3-run homer. And now the St. Louis Cardinals are losing. Les Alex is just bringing me the bad news. But that's okay. He can't control it. What I do want to talk about, ouch. Imagine making your Major League debut on Sunday. and you face 4 batters, and you give up back-to-back home runs, and then you get optioned the day later. That was a reality for a St. Louis Cardinals pitcher, and boy, oh boy, was that ever tough to watch. Okay. I have a question, Bird. I know I should only buy what I know, but I see so many hockey tips and smart buys. I never followed hockey, really, but I see so much money being made. What do I do? That's a great question. Great question. Okay, how do I answer this? So Mitch and I will always realistically tell you, like, invest in what you know. Because it's the same thing as people saying, oh, there's this Mitchell Robinson guy. Invest in him. And it's like, okay, but like you still want to do your research. And again, I can just tell you who to buy, but I still want you to do your research, okay? I don't know what your budget is. No idea. But if you're looking for a cheap hockey card now, and if you've also heard good things, Anthony Beauvillier for the New York Islanders, I personally believe, is a great pickup right now. Okay? So there's an option. Who else do I believe is a good pickup? JT Miller, pretty cheap. Sam Bennett is still ridiculously cheap. Travis Konechny for the Philly Flyers, who I believe will be hoisting the Stanley Cup this year at some point. And those to me are relatively good buys. What I would do, honestly, kind of do what Mitch is doing right now. Go to NHL.com/stats, filter it by goals, okay? And then you can see who has the most playoff goals. Like in this case, Anthony Beauvillier, 23 years old, and he's consistently putting the puck in the back of the net. But yeah, basically, like if you filter it by goals, and then if you look on eBay, like what their card prices are going for, you can be able to tell, like, oh, like this guy's clearly a good player. He's consistently notching a lot of goals, right? Or you can see, like, oh, you know, like he's slowly, like maybe last year he had 10 goals, and then this year he has 18, and he's starting to trend upwards in terms of his ability to put the puck in the back of the net. Like that's what I like to do, and I'm telling you all, Anthony Beauvillier is a pretty good pickup right now.
Maybe I'll buy one.
You should. Somebody said invest in Kuzma. Absolutely. There's something to be said about being a dog. Kyle Kuzma's a dog. He's in LA. He's the third option. Yeah, and he's still cheap. He's still really cheap. So.
See, that just shows you don't have to be number one all the time.
No, you don't have to be, but also, we spoke about it earlier on in this stream, and it was like, you know, remember? Oh, yeah, it was like Jaylen Brown, right? And I feel like Tatum has too much of the spotlight on him that everyone else doesn't really even get many points. Like, Tatum just, like, takes all the shots. Yeah. And it's like, okay. It was like investing in anyone else when Russell Westbrook was, like, just the face of OKC. Well, like, why would I invest in Steven Adams? Like, you know what I mean? Loved by Lakers fans. Absolutely, that's another big part of it. At least Chris Bryant is 0-3. Absolutely, not a fan of Chris Bryant. Y'all should buy Lowry. He has good stats and the Raptors leader. Yeah, for sure. I typically like to invest in younger players, right? It just gives me more options to buy, sell, hold, all that type of stuff. But if I were to invest in a veteran, Lowry's not a bad buy. Absolutely. Should I sell or hold my Tatis Junior rookie card? Eric, this is a question that we get so often, and it's like, hold on to that thing for dear life. Don't sell that anytime.
Don't tell your girlfriend about it. Don't tell your mom about it.
I have a horror story too. I have a horror story, and I believe Les Alex knows this one too, or at least Mike. I'm not sure which one of those two I told. I purchased a Luka Doncic. Mitch, I haven't even told you this yet. Okay, and you guys can't judge me because I had a bill to pay. I had to pay my phone bill. Okay, I purchased in September a Luka Doncic raw ungraded, but it was a very good looking card. Rookie optic. Okay, I got it for $4, shipping included, and I think I sold the thing for like $15 to $20. Mitch, just bring up the price of that. Luka Doncic rookie optic. I sold that thing way too soon, and like honestly, sometimes I have trouble sleeping because I just sold it too soon. And there's certain guys like
silver optic.
No, just optic.
Oh well, I have
Yeah, but it's still good money, man.
You have the Prism though.
Yes, I know I have that, but I'm telling a story.
I don't think it's that much of a loss.
In the hundreds, isn't it?
Like just base optic?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it's. I don't.
Do you have it filtered on sold?
I do right now.
Filter it on sold. What are they going for?
Don't give me attitude.
Either way, it sucked.
I mean, yeah, if it's a 10, but like.
What is it?
I don't know.
Are you typing in the right keywords? Because I feel like nothing's coming up.
400.
What do you mean it's not that big of a loss? I sold it for $20.
I'm trying to make you feel better.
No, like I sold it for $20.
Yeah, they're like $400.
Yeah.
Like, and that's if you get a 9. That's if it's like mint.
Either way, I sold it too early, man. That exact card I sold way too early, and
I sold the Prism, a Prism 9, for $100.
Ooh.
And the other one I gave to you.
Yeah,
so
you did. And it's a good looking card. I'm gonna grade that.
Yeah, like
I'm gonna grade it. Yeah, they're like 200 USD, says Les Alex. Either way, it was just Tatis. Like you'll be kicking yourself if you sell that card right now. Specifically Topps Chrome. Like it, man. He's so good. Somebody said I'm from Ottawa, which is great. Weiler said that. I actually attended the University of Ottawa for a year. Didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, but I still attended the university. He's a loyal Sens fan. What are your thoughts on what the Sens can do with the number 3 and number 5 in this year's draft? I love Drysdale. Not too familiar with the forwards at the top mocks. Okay. When I look at the Sens, you got Brady Tkachuk. Obviously, Tkachuk's going to stay. You still got him for a few more years with the entry-level contract. You need a goalie, but you're not going to use number 3 or number 5 for a goalie. I get that. But this draft class is stacked. The 3 and 5 pick, I think you grab Drysdale, and actually, your defense isn't awful. It's not awful. I think you'll benefit more by grabbing 2 forwards rather than 1 forward and 1 defenseman. So I think they grab like Drysdale, and then it depends who else is left. Like it really does. Quentin Byfield's not going to fall that low, but obviously, like, if he falls to 3, scoop him up. Scoop him up. And it'll be interesting. Like, the Sens, I honestly, I have a lot of Sens fans. A lot of Sens friends who are fans of the Sens. Yeah, Drysdale. I hope you guys get Drysdale because it'd be nice to see the nation's capital do well at hockey for once, you know?
There, I own an Anthony Beauvillier.
Nice. Mitch just bought a Beauvillier. How much did you pay for it?
$13, and I made an offer on a different one.
$13. Well, I can tell you guys it's already on the rise because I picked some up for $8. But 13's not bad.
Tell them that if you're in Canada, though, shipping, and it's much easier and accessible. And then U.S.
For hockey, yeah.
If we lived in the U.S., man, we would save so much. Like, I would have got Zions for $2.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Honestly, and Mitch can attest to this too.
$3 shipping for this card, right?
Right. When you live in Canada, the reason why Mitch and I don't invest a lot into football and basketball is because primarily U.S. owns like so much of the market, and for them to ship to us, the card could be valued at $3, and people want like $28 to ship it, and it's like I'm not buying that card. And again, that's why you guys should definitely like go to your local card shop and things like that. Yeah. As the 10 goes, the 9 will follow suit.
Should I buy it?
Not as much money, but trajectory will follow the 10. Yeah, guys, again, don't be scared to invest in PSA 9s. I'm pretty sure we had an entire episode on that too. PSA 9s, like, as Frank said, the difference between a 9 and a 10 is like almost like without really inspecting it on like proper lighting and like really taking a good look at it, the human eye can't really tell the difference. Like a 9, like people see the 10 and they're like, oh my god, like I need the 10, but the reality is 9s aren't bad. Like they're really not. Like in fact, I'm pretty sure like most cards that you pull out of a pack are closer to even an 8.5 than they are to a 9. They really are. So 9s are not bad. Patrick King, Young Gun, sell or hold. Oh my. What are his young guns going for?
Patty Kane?
I would like to say hold even, because he's not going to retire. I would like to say hold. And correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think he's got that many points this playoffs either. So I don't think he's done like, I don't know, Dominic Kubalik stuff in order to sell him. What is he going for?
We'll find out. Give me a sec.
Okay.
200 raw.
200 raw, I would hold.
They're pretty good.
I would hold.
103. Like it depends, man. They're flipping.
Yeah. Eric asked, what do you think about Vladimir Guerrero Jr.? I think playing in Buffalo is only going to benefit him.
What is up with this?
What's that?
Well, the prices are all over the. Like, why is it that sometimes like his 9 sold for 178, his 10 sold for 800, and then a 9.5 sold for 399? Like prices, man. People pay,
I recorded
underpay all the time.
I recorded a podcast with Mike DiStefano from TSN Radio 1050. And we gave our buy, sell, hold, and my sell for goalie, and it was really tough, but like it was one of those things where like you had to choose someone, and I chose Marc-Andre Fleury, and I'm like, oh, like this card's $325, but that was like the latest sold. But I kid you not, dude, they were selling from $220 all the way up to like $350, and like the price range for selling was like so drastically different between PSA and BGS and raw form and everything else. Like it was so hard to say like whatever the prices were. So let's see. Which Beauvillier am I looking for? Sorry about that, Yanye. You're looking for the Young Guns. So type in Anthony Beauvillier Young Guns. Actually, I'll type it in here for you. Okay. And that's the one you're looking for, okay? Maybe other people in the comments can help him as well. Again, I'm not saying he's going to make you tons of money, but I'm saying you have the option to double your money on his cards this playoffs, because it looks like they're going to beat the Washington Capitals as well. So, is Anthony Beauvillier a buy for $8 USD? $8 USD is probably like $11. Yeah, I would do that. Absolutely. Alex, I bought a no name on card for $130. Was it a fair price? Was that Canadian or American? That would be my next question. But that no name on card for Vladdy seems to be the one that's going to go up in price. Would you put money, Mitch? They're trying to make us fight here. Would you put money into Luis Robert or Wander Franco? I would still say Louis.
Louis Robert.
Because he's proven. Wander Franco hasn't done. I don't think he's even made AAA yet.
Robert's struggling a bit.
I think Wander Franco is going to be the better player. I really do. I've seen so much.
Maybe.
And I own 2 or 3. I can't remember, but
they're completely different though. Like size wise.
One's an outfielder, one's a shortstop.
Yeah,
but Wander Franco's got way more swag.
Yeah.
Way more.
I'd have to see him again. Wander Franco has the potential to do that.
Wander Franco's got a blonde mohawk and like 18 chains popping out.
He's a switch hitter.
And he's a switch hitter. And he's a shortstop.
For people that don't know, that's ridiculous.
And he's got braces. Like.
Well, that's.
I know.
I don't know if that matters, but.
Wander Franco. Also, I believe he faced 168 straight pitches and didn't swing and miss once. So, again, if you're investing now, Louis Robert, because he's proven and he has done very, very, very well. Likely the AL Rookie of the Year. I would put money into him more so than Wander. Yeah, that's a great question. Great question. Yeah. That's a great question, and I would love to see Les Alex do a video on that. Les Alex, I challenge you, do a versus video on that. I think that would be a sick video. For sure. Yeah, Les Alex, dude, I'll hype up your own video. If you do a video on who should you purchase, Wander Franco or Louis Robert, I think that would be a hype video, for sure. Robert carries himself as a pro. He really does. Like, I don't think it's even close right now in terms of Rookie of the Year. I think Robert is that far ahead, and he's so far ahead in hits, and he's swiping bags. And what are his card prices going for there, Mitch?
Here, it's 25. I'll go to Soul here.
Yeah. I think if you can buy them for $30 or less, it's a pretty good buy.
No, they haven't been 30 for a while. There's good ones.
Really? They're higher now? Oh, wow. I haven't looked.
40 Canadian. But look at his first. They're going so much. But his tops. Tops, man. People are hoarding them.
Here's a good question by Corey. Thank you, Corey. If Bellinger has a season-long slump and his card prices dip, are you buying? 100%. Hondo percento. Absolutely. Thoughts on Embiid select rookies? Those are good buys. Buy them. Oh, Yanye pulled a Louis Robert gold parallel from Series 2. Yanye, that's a great pull, buddy. Great pull. Hold on to that.
Yeah, I overpaid for a pink.
Yeah, hold on to that.
Yeah, I bought a pink and I paid.
Okay. The Gaming God, I believe he's speaking about Anthony Beauvillier. He said, should I risk $8? It doesn't say condition, and there are multiple of them. Yeah, I would do it. Honestly, because he's like an unproven player, I've just been buying like a lot of raw. But again, guys, it's not to say that you can't flip raw cards. I've been doing it throughout the entire playoffs. Anthony Beauvillier is... the Islanders don't really have a guy. You know what I mean? Matt Barzal is probably the closest thing to it. But other than that, like, he's probably their second best goal scorer, like, in terms of putting the puck in the back of the net. Pardon me. So, yeah, $8 US. I don't know the conversion on that. It's got to be less than 12 Canadian. I would go ahead and buy that card for sure. And also Travis Konechny. Travis Konechny is another one. Just, he's young, and he's putting the puck in the back of the net. Like, look at his stats. They're not bad. And then Dylan Dubé. Dylan Dubé is another good one, too. I think so. Kyle Lewis is definite Rookie of the Year so far. Kyle Lewis. In the AL? I don't know. Mitch, what do you think? Kyle Lewis so far for Rookie of the Year or Louis Robert?
Robert's been struggling lately.
Has he? What are your stats?
He's batting like 265.
Okay, doesn't he have, how many bombs is he? I don't know.
Not that many. Not that many.
Okay, yeah, no. I mean, I know Kyle Lewis is like literally leading the league in hits too. So
What's
yeah.
Robert, like?
I actually pulled I pulled his rookie out of like a $2 pack the other day. I was pretty stoked. Okay. So Dave C says infielders never sell well. Just look at Roberto Alomar, rookie Donruss. It sells for $5 raw, and he's the best second baseman in the last years. That, Dave, is because of a thing I like to call the junk wax era. I don't think it's because the player he is. I think there's so many of those cards printed, right? I can name you so many infielders whose card prices sell amazing. Prior to the cheating scandal, Jose Altuve comes to mind. First baseman Albert Pujols, third baseman Nolan Arenado's card starts to sell well. Like, I don't think that's fair to say infielders' cards don't sell well.
It's close.
Yeah.
Kyle Lewis and Robert close.
3 home runs in a 750 OPS for Robert, according to Les Alex.
Yeah, it's 3 versus 4 home runs.
Yeah.
And the average is better with Kyle.
Jackson says it's $9 with tax. Why does eBay have tax? I don't know. I don't get it either.
Because they're a corporation.
Yeah.
They have to pay
Right.
taxes, that's why.
They have to pay taxes, but churches don't. Who knows?
Churches? Oh, that's a...
Weird being on one of your live streams. You are not busting packs. Yeah,
We can.
we could, but
Let's see
not
if you pull a
today.
Jordan.
Not today.
Yeah, you pull a Jordan.
Nah, not today.
Here, pull a Jordan. If you get a
Yeah,
Jordan,
Les, you're absolutely right, man.
get a Jordan.
Okay. Alright, we're going to break some packs. In the future, we're going to try to get stuff like Topps Chrome, but I went to Walmart today. The kid in front of me, dude, he took the entire box. Entire.
Beat him up. Hit him in the head.
No, like, I get frustrated because, like, it's supposed to be a hobby, right? And when people just grab like an entire, like, so what's in there? 12 to 18 boxes? And it's like, I mean, obviously make a profit, but like you still want to grow the hobby. No one's going to grow the hobby if if one person owns everything. Like, that's not fair.
86 or 87 or something?
What?
The box.
Oh, this?
Yeah,
That I'm opening? 1990.
Is it 90?
Yep.
I'm gonna open, like, show them like what year it is. Some of those cards.
Nothing good out of here.
We can pull some from here.
Les Alex says, get out to CGI. Mitch is about to pull 30 MJs. That's funny. That's actually hilarious. Somebody said while they're paying, you should sponsor them with some Select and Optic Basketball 2019. I mean, I won't say no. I'll open it. I think that's what... Oh, Gary Payton. There we go. I think that's what we're going to try to do is, like, more box breaks. So I don't know why, but oddly enough, what does really well on YouTube is people watching other people do stuff. Like, my little cousin, he's got, like, 35,000 views on this video. Like, it's his video. And he's watching a TikToker.
Who?
Anthony. My cousin Anthony. So he's watching people like play Fortnite or people do other stuff, and he's like narrating it, and it's awful. Like, it's not shot well or anything. And there's like, dude, he's pushing 40,000 views. I can't believe it. And then card breaks, dude. Card breaks. It's like the people watching are not getting the cards. They're not getting them, right? Like Phil's Pulls, like great channel. I just don't understand why people want to watch other people open up cards, but obviously maybe we should start doing that because it does well. This was the only hit, really. We got this Gary Payton card. Sells well. I actually sold one on eBay the other day. So.
Gary Payton.
Let's see. Gary Payton rookies going to the bottom of the 7th, down 1, and I believe the Cardinals are playing a doubleheader, so those are 7-inning games. Okay. Retail sucks now. They should just sell packs at stores and the boxes online with limits. Honestly, guys, like, I'm not sure if it's just the pandemic because I feel like I've never had this much issue going to Walmart and buying exactly what I want to buy. And, you know, they're always impulse buys, always impulse decisions, and I make sure I can pay the bills first. But it's like, there was Topps Chrome, and like, guys, I haven't touched any basketball product. I don't know how long. Like, all we get here is hockey, but it's like, you know, it's like $35 for a case, and you're only going to get like 1 or 2 Young Guns, and the Young Guns can be absolute no names. So okay, I got 6 minutes left in the stream.
Doncic with 19 points.
There we go. Mavs up 3 at the half, someone said.
Yep, 69 to 66.
It's a damn shame they're trying. Busy packs, so many hoarders. I've also had hoarder moments. Be aware too, and maybe Mitch can come in and chime on this. There's a few places that Mitch and I like to buy cards, and I've heard stories of. So basically, right, like they'll have an entire box with a bunch of cards, and then you can buy individual packs. But what they do is they buy by the case, and then they'll open up the boxes within the case, and if they pull like autographs, redemptions, or anything like that, they'll keep them, and then just put all the other packs. Because realistically, like, you're only gonna get like one major pull, so I don't know, like it's frustrating and confusing, right? So like technically, they're selling these packs that are from multiple different boxes after they've already gone through the case, and I hope that makes sense. So just be careful, right? Like, you know, maybe try to grab sealed stuff from Walmart, maybe go to your local card shop, but like corner stores and things like that, there's some shady stuff going on, and it's like, you know, there's a reason why it's very difficult to pull better quality stuff, because they're already going through the boxes before they put them out to sell, right? So I just wanted to put that out there because it's an unfortunate reality. People are definitely getting away with that stuff. Somebody said WTF $35. Yeah, blaster boxes for like Upper Deck here in Canada, not cheap. Not cheap. Sammy says I'll do $10 for the Spitfires jersey. Come on, Sammy.
What?
No, Sammy.
It's autographed by the team that
By the entire team. Taylor Hall. No.
I won that at a giveaway, actually.
Thor, it depends on which cards you are selling. I personally try to buy players who have just had a great game and then sell them for more after the game on ComC. That's not bad. Another thing that I'm going to be checking out too is slab stocks. I'll write it down here. I think this is going to be revolutionary. And I've also been checking out things such as Card Ladder. So shout out to the guys from House of Jordans. Very, very, very fortunate. They're allowing Mitch and I to like test it out for a little bit. Actually, lifetime. That's Card Ladder, so not what you guys are seeing here. But so far, I like it. I'll be doing my review probably next week. I just want to give it enough time to see like my full thoughts on the products. And I'll be doing a review on that. I'm really excited about what you guys just saw on the screen though, slab stocks. It's up here right now. So this is going to be a free platform, and it's going to launch this summer. And so really they have summer, in my opinion, ends September 1st. So within the next 2 weeks, we're going to see this platform launch. I'm super duper duper excited for it because it's free, right? Like, don't get me wrong, I love Jeff from Sports Card Investor, Market Movers tool. For many people though, like $50 a month to rent his data, like that's really what you're doing, right? Like you're renting his data. Some people can't afford that. And then Card Labs, it's $15 a month, great entry level product, saves a lot of time, it's all there for you. But I think right now, and I'm gonna give my full thoughts, full review, I think it's a good product, but the thing is free, and also the ability on slab stocks. Again, this is what they're saying, and it's going to be powered by eBay. So you're going to be able to have your entire sports card collection, and then on top of that, you're going to be able to buy, sell, and track your cards all on one platform. Like, you're literally going to upload, okay, I have this card. Well, and it's going to send you a notification. This card's up 43%, and then you can just hit list item, and it will list it to eBay for you. And that, to me, is going to revolutionize the game. And I can't wait. And it's going to be free. So you're going to see so many people on this platform. And you're still going to reach a wide variety of people, right? It's not like going to Cardstock or ComC. ComC is pretty big. But like eBay, to me, is just like the biggest range of people. I don't know. I'm just really, really, really excited for this. I'm excited to check out Jeff from Source Card Investor, his Market Mover data tool, because I do want to give everyone like a fair share. That way I can give you all my honest thoughts and opinions. But so far that one's looking the best, and I haven't used it yet because it's not launched. But I think it'll be cool. Yeah, it is this summer. Yes. So Loyola, no. So Loyola and Yugen, she did a comparison between Market Movers and Card Ladder. Yeah, so that's what it was. Yeah. Again, honestly, I just haven't used Market Movers, because $50 for me is like, I know that sounds crazy. Like we're always saying like, oh, like we invested in this card and we invested in this card, but you guys don't understand. Like, 24 years old, fresh out of college, like, you know, I make money, but there's still like a global pandemic and I gotta pay the bills. $50 a month for me is just, I can't afford that. I really can't. I can't afford that. That's all. And I would love to check it out.
Get it right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Put it into a card though.
Yeah, right? Because like,
even for me, like,
for me, there's still other ways of tracking my investment. Like if I really want to know what this specific card is, boom, eBay. And it's like, obviously, don't get me wrong, it does so much more, right? The price changes and everything like that. And there's a YouTuber, it's someone No, and you know, Joe No, or anyway, it's someone No, and he did a really good video, basically explaining, you know, his thoughts on on Jeff's Market Movers data tool, as well as Card Ladder. But what really got to me, he said, he summed it up well. He said with Jeff's tool, it gives you all the data, and you can do what you want with it, right? Whereas Card Ladder is here's the data that's scrunched up like this, which is good for a lot of people, right? And I think Jeff's tool, like if you want to get the most out of it, you need a lot of time. And like Loyola said within her video, so shout out to you, Loyola, she was basically saying that, I believe at the end she even said that she would only be using Card Ladder to save some money, right? But I found it interesting because she said she doesn't have much time, and it's true, like time is money. So I don't know. I'm just very, very, very excited for slab stocks. I think it's going to be revolutionary and all on one product. And again, guys, this is me saying it just based off the information that they have. So don't quote me on that. You know, I don't want to be cover of New York Times, Bird from Red Cape Sports lying about whatever, because I don't know. People just it's so crazy being on YouTube and just doing live streams, and people just blast you in the comment section for misspeaking. Like it's ridiculous. Shamrock says, do you have any kids, Bird? No, not yet. Don't have any kids. Market Movers is cool, but most of the stuff I can do in my head. That's a hot take. That's a hot take, Rick. If you can do that in your head, I want you to be my accountant. Market Movers, a waste of money. Better off buying a few rookie cards a month. Honestly, I've heard great things from it, and I hear it's like the industry.
If you have the money,
yeah,
buy a tool that can save you money.
Yeah.
In time. Your time is worth everything.
Yeah. On Card Ladder, can you see the ratios between the PSA 9 and 10? Like, can you see that in Market Movers? So the thing with Card Ladder right now, if anything, okay, yeah, I'll just tell you guys. So far from what I've used, and maybe less, because I know Les has used it too, I don't think they have 30,000 cards. Like, their database is really, really small. I couldn't upload anything. I couldn't track how my cards are doing because my Luka is currently ungraded. My Zion is not a 10. So they have the Zion, but they don't have it in a 9. So it's really easy to like upload your cards specifically. And then there's something called submissions. So basically you can vote on the ladder of which cards that they should submit. Right, and like there's a lot of benefits from it.
It's full of potential.
Right, it's very well full of potential. Mitch and I both seem to think so, but I don't think I uploaded a single one of my cards. Like, I don't think so. They have like these $5,000 cards within their database, and it's like lately, because we're in NHL playoffs, like I've been telling you all, I've been buying $15 cards, and it's like, well, I want to be able to track how this $15 card is doing, because as soon as it hits 30, I want to sell that. And the reality is their tool doesn't have these cards in their system yet. So it's a bit of a bummer, right? Like it really is a bit of a bummer. I know Mitch owns some pretty valuable cards himself too, and he wasn't really able to track any of the cards, right? Yeah, and like Alex said, there's like 30 or so cards being added each day. But, okay, the 30 cards, they're not my 30 cards. You know what I mean?
If you can't put all your cards, then
yeah,
it's not working.
And it's like, if I can't, like Mitch said, if I can't put all my cards, well, I don't want to do I don't want to know how 15% of my collection is doing. I want to know how 100% of my collection is doing. That way I can truly maximize the return on profit, and it's, yeah. And like Alex said too, right? A lot of people don't like the ladder. I love the ladder. I love the news feed. I love their comparison tool. I think there's so much good with Card Ladder. But for me, the biggest thing I want to do is track my collection and see its growth. And I'm unable to do that.
I want to see, yeah.
I'm unable to do that.
It's full of potential.
Right?
Though.
I'm almost better off going into a spreadsheet and then punching in the price. But then that's time. So it's like, you know, a lot of, and I will say this too, $50 for me is a lot, but again, if you can afford it, $50 for Jeff's tool, do it. If you can, do it, but maybe wait until Slab Stocks comes out, because you only got to wait like 2 more weeks. According to the website, it's summer 2020, and we're going down to the dog days of summer. So
what exactly are they going to offer them?
Slabstock's going to offer you the ability to track your collection, see its price movements, see its percentage change, see your ROI changes, and then the ability to buy and sell on the platform.
So a direct comparison
Oh,
of the other two and the ability to buy and sell.
and free, which is like, that's nuts.
What is going off?
Yeah. All right, guys. Yeah, like Les Alex said, it's great. I would love to continue doing this, but I got some family stuff to do. I got some laundry to do. I gotta go. I can't be here all the time. Please pray for the Dallas Mavericks and Luka Doncic's good fortune. I would love to see them win an NBA championship, and I would love to prove to so many people that Luka's a beast. So, anyways, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you all so much for your support. Reaching 3,000 means the world to us. And until next time, guys, take care.